6:11. Good morning, Metro Manila. It's the morning show. Hi.
That's right. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It went pretty fast. It feels like we were just here hanging out with you guys the other day.
How
but
is it? How
that's
is it
usually
already
the case.
Monday?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I literally just saw you like freaking half a day ago. But it's always good when we get the ball rolling, and let's do that now. Good Times is the name of this morning show, as it has been for, God, maybe 20 years now. Sam, myself, week number 2 of the comeback for this girl right here. 863-10-899 is our phone number. If you want to call us, get yourself on the show. We got a lot of stuff to discuss as per usual, and we'd love to hear your take on whatever it is we are going to throw out at you. 3 hours, you know how it works. Music mixed in with a bit of conversation. If you know it, you're at work, and then your day really gets hard.
Not a
First
good
thing I
note to
asked you this
start
morning, I was like,
on.
what's the traffic situation outside? How bad is it at 6 a.m.? And you're like, it's not so bad, but you live pretty close though, right?
That is true. But I think, like right before the 6 a.m. mark is not so bad. Although there are a lot of cars outside, surprisingly. Or maybe not surprisingly. Everyone is probably trying to dodge the traffic. So they're out early. But I mean, it's not super heavy yet, is what I'm saying.
Could
It's
you
about
live
to
in the
get
province?
No. I'll do like a little vacation, but I don't think I can live there.
How much province can you have before you're like, I got to go home?
Like how many days?
Got to get back into that congestion. Yeah. How many is your max? Because you do a lot of province. Now, just this past year alone, you've been to, was it Cotabato? Or you went kind of like freaking province, right?
Right. Maybe like 5 days tops.
Where
And
did
I'm
you
like-
go this year? Oh, you went somewhere kind of recently, right? Which was
I
kind
was
of
in
remote.
Cotabato actually, again.
You did go to Cotabato.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to exaggerate. Okay, so you were actually over there.
Yeah.
And you were there for a good cause. I mean, was it humanitarian? There was a kind of positive reason why you were there, right?
Yes. So I'm publicity ambassador for a peace org called HWPL, and we were asked to mediate a conversation between our friends from the Catholic Church and the Muslim faith because there was a really tragic bombing last year, right? And so they wanted to sit down and talk and come out with a joint statement on what happened and basically work towards fostering peace still despite the situation.
Okay, and my point then being, you go down there, huge cause, like massive cause, really great. Good for the
Thank
soul,
you.
good for the country, good for the people. Just, but you're like, okay, day 3, hey, I could go home now. Thanks. I could really, as much as I would love less bombing and you guys, everybody just gets along and we have a unified kind of loving stance, I could go home now.
I mean,
Please.
it's not the thing on my mind, but I guess maybe by like day 4, I'm kind of like, okay, are we okay? Are we all good with the peace thing? Like we're good, right?
Everybody's getting
We're good.
along.
Yeah,
We can
we're all on the
sustain
same
this.
page on this. Signing
All right,
off on the
good.
joint statement. Awesome.
Yeah, good. I gotta get back to Greenbelt. Thanks. Yeah, love you guys. Me in the world. Love it. But you do good stuff, Sam. I mean, that is really
thanks,
just
man.
noble. I would never, ever, ever agree to do that. And I love that you do. 863-10-899 is our phone number if you want to call us. We have calls on hold. I don't know why. I'm not going to pick those up because we got to get the songs.
No?
We got to get things cooking.
Oh,
What?
Sorry, guys. No, it's all right.
Well, you
No,
don't-
I don't know why we're getting calls either, but
Yeah. We'll throw out the reason for you guys to call, and we'd love to hear your voice. But right now, this is Hi Hello, and then an amazing song by Maggie Rogers. This is new. I love her. It's called Don't Forget Me. It came out about a week ago.
I'll decide after
Mistaken.
hearing it. Yeah.
I play a lot of Maggie on the show. It's good times. Magic 89.9. Here we go. Oh, I love this song.
It's very
Maggie Rogers
like.
here
Oh, sorry.
on this Monday. What'd you say?
No, go ahead. You can do your bit first.
No, I love that song.
It's a Monday.
I was going to get all
people,
sentimental or
okay?
anything. Right?
No. I was gonna say it's like very Sunny Came Home vibes.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Yeah. So close.
It's an adjustment period. some time.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
Mhm.
863-1089 is our phone if you want to call us. Get yourself on the show. Good morning, everybody. Again, this is the Magic Morning Show. I hope you guys woke up well, slept well, had a great weekend. It is the 19th of February at 6:20 in the morning. So, Sam, I got a question here, and I probably want to bring up this conversation early because we tend to have the younger group who are listening to the show in this first hour, meaning people who go to school, things like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes I need my woke calibration. I need my what's offensive calibration done every couple of months because I don't know if I'm being offensive. I don't know if I'm being offended and not knowing. I need young people to tell an old person like me what's the current pulse, what's the current exchange rate for what is offensive. Yes?
Wow. What happened?
Nothing. Not big deal. Not big deal. What
Okay.
ifs? But I was having dinner at a restaurant. Having dinner with Chopper. And
was
I
this your
saw a girl.
Valentine's dinner?
It's one of these restaurants where, the tables are very close to each other.
Okay.
And I am not a fan of that because you can then hear just about everything else the other person is saying. And then I don't like speaking loud. So I don't like people hearing what I'm saying. Oddly enough, radio DJ, it's kind of weird thing about me, but I would rather just kind of be quiet. But when someone is sitting so close to you, what I move to my default then is to speak in Filipino. I'll speak in Tagalog to Chopper to combat how close that table is next to me because obviously I'm in the U.S. So I was sitting in there and there's a Chinese girl, I think she was Chinese, sitting next to me, and she was with her boyfriend who was a white guy, American guy. And they were talking about different cultures, and the guy says, well, there's these Filipinos. And the Chinese girl goes, Filipinos are not Asian.
What?
I was like, she's Chinese. I know, I'm not a fan. I know I'm not a fan. But I'm just got here, just sat down. And maybe, I'm not even sure if that's offensive or not. We get defensive because I hear our name. It's like Filipinos. She's like, no, Filipinos are not Asians. Filipinos are not Asians. And she was saying that. And then I'm like, I don't know what angle she's going with. Is it we are not part of them as a continent? Because then she would be wrong. Mm-hmm. Does she mean we're not part of them as in we're not part of the Oriental group of Asians? Fine. Like, sometimes we forget that maybe Indians are Asians as well. But when we hear Asian, we think Chinese, Japanese, Korean. We think kind of Oriental. We think the letters of those drawings that you guys have over there in Korea sound something similar to that. I think when people hear Asian, they most commonly go with that group. Okay. And then there's the second tier and the third tier where we are probably in the second or third tier of Asians.
Tier meaning like
second tier consciously. Like when you hear Asian, you don't think Filipino, you think Chinese, Japanese, Korean.
Just awareness level.
And then that's level 1. That's level 1 Asian. And then level 2 Asian, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, because they're connected to the mainland.
Okay.
How
old was
Taiwan,
she?
maybe. No, Taiwan probably be first tier. And then third tier is just like they're almost like a cake layer. We're third layer because we're going down. You're going down the Asian. You're moving it down. Indonesia, Tayo.
Okay, so the Malay Asians.
Yeah, Malay group, the Polynesian group. That's us. So maybe I shouldn't be offended because she probably contextually was thinking core Asian tier 1.
How old was she? I'm just curious. I'm just trying to, color in the picture.
Younger than me. Probably, I would say 30, less than 27.
Okay, not that young.
I know. So you'd think she wouldn't say something stupid like that because she's young enough. Like that. I'm asking the young people now. Can you tell me, should I have been offended? I think she was coming from a bad place.
What do you mean?
Like her intentions weren't good.
So like she really was trying to diss. Like
I think she was trying to say that we are not worthy of the title. That's what I feel. But am I being done now? That's my question to you and everybody else at 863-1089. Much ado about nothing. Should I not have been? I didn't say anything because
okay.
I was trying to break it down in my head that this is not that big of a deal. Ayoko naman umarte. Wait a minute, we're Asians. And then thinking like, what fight am I fighting here? Like, this is stupid.
Okay, well, let's take it to the people.
863-1089 is our phone number. Should I have been offended? Or that would make me too OA? Good morning.
Hi.
So first of all, what fancy, expensive restaurant are you eating at that, you're side by side, face to face with strangers?
It was a
if you
Japanese
live-
restaurant,
no, first of
Anton,
all,
and it was...
If you lived in
it
the
was
province, that wouldn't happen. Nothing in South Cotabato is face to face, side by side.
even peace talks are not that close.
Oh. I can confirm.
When Sam is trying to communicate peace between Muslims and Catholics, there's still quite a bit of a distance. But yeah, so I mean, am I wrong? Should I have said something?
No, I mean, for me, it's bigger. Well, no, not that it's bigger. I wouldn't care what a stupid stranger says. I'm coming from that point. But yes, obviously, we're Asians. But if I hear some stupid young girl, being wrong, it's like being on the internet. I correct everyone. So no, it's just face to face. So I can be offended, but I shouldn't be because the person speaking is stupid. Something like that.
Okay, but okay, and thank you for that, and I love it. But should she have done there's two people who are literally rubbing elbows with me in the next table. Our elbows are touching. That's how close this place is. Shouldn't you be like, okay, clearly they're Filipino, they're speaking Filipino, or they're speaking a language that very similarly sounds like Filipino. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And the fact that she went and said it makes me think that, yes, A, she's stupid, and now she's picking a fight.
Yeah, probably intentional, yeah?
Oh, yeah. That's what I said. I think there were bad intentions. But I don't know if maybe my tier of Asian plays in, because that's what I'm going in my head. I'm like, all of this is happening, by the way, in a matter of seconds in my brain. Like, you know how computations are going off, and I only have a 10-second window of, hey, bitch, or be quiet. And in those 10 seconds, it's maybe she's tier 3ing Asian-us, which is not a thing. I had to make that in the moment. And I just decided to be quiet, and I don't know if I let my country down.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Did
no,
she
you
go
could
on
be-
and on?
That you could have been just as petty. Say you have said something about Chinese, but you're not that person, right? So
I'm not that person. Plus, I don't even know she was Chinese. I was stereotyping or being racist.
there you go. You could have been from South Cotabato.
She could have literally been from, she had one of those faces where she could have totally been one of us. And then I would have looked stupid because like, hoy, gago, mas matagal ako sa Pilipinas kaysa sa'yo. It would have been like that. And I'd be like, oh, sorry. Okay. That's why eventually I held myself back, which is not typical of me. And I let it go.
No, that's fine. You've matured.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. All right, fine. Thanks,
Thank
Anton. Oh, wait,
you.
before you leave, Anton, Sam, your take on this, just in case Anton wants to jump on it.
I mean, I also have a couple questions. Like, did she go on and on about it, or was it that one statement and then she moved on to the next?
I think she was trying to educate her boyfriend, who's again a white American guy, about Asian culture. And he was the one who defended us. He's like, well, you know what? They're Pacific Islander and they are categorically in Asia. And she said, no, they're not Asian. Like he was even trying to back us up. So I was
given all right, very popular, red flag.
Yeah, I know, freaking A. So I don't know where the conversation ended up going, but I just started to speak Filipino kind of louder, so she would know. Hey, wait a minute! Like, know your environment. We're in a Japanese restaurant. That's one of the most popular Japanese sayings, right? Read the air. Read the air, stupid. You're sitting next to somebody that you're possibly insulting.
I just really doubt someone who doesn't know Filipinos are Asian would recognize Filipino when she hears it.
I look like textbook Filipino.
Bulakenyo. Textbook
Yeah.
Bulakenyo.
I am textbook Bulakenyo, okay? Like, how can you not? I mean, I get my wife, maybe not so much. I look like it. Height, color, nose,
Did you
face,
have your baseball cap
everything.
on as usual?
Yeah, I had my baseball cap on,
Yeah,
of course.
no, probably hard to tell.
I look like a Filipino with a baseball cap on. It's like, Anton, love you. Thanks for the
Thank you,
call. Appreciate you so
Good
much.
times. All right.
Bye.
863-1089. Maybe it's not that big of a deal.
I think I'm like, I'm leaning towards like where Anton's coming from in that offensive would be a strong word because I think, she's coming from a place of ignorance and it's hard to be offended by someone who's ignorant.
Yeah, but I can, okay, Anton said stupid and I called her stupid. I called her the B word. But then, you can tell when someone's not stupid. She doesn't look stupid. She looks very educated. She looks like a smart Chinese girl. So I'm going to go back to it comes from a place of hate because I know she knows. She's just trying to.
Really?
She's trying to.
You think
she's
it
trying
was
to
that
outcast
loaded?
us? She's trying to kick us out.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised.
Alam mo naman yung tanga kaysa, you know when you see somebody, you could tell if they were educated without even them really talking that much. Just the way they carry themselves. Like, okay, yeah, she looked like she went to school.
No, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I mean, you know, grown woman, fellow Asian, saying Filipinos are not Asian. Like, you know, that's wild.
Do we care? Do we want to be Asians? That's
No,
a question. Do we really
I
want
know.
to be
Do we
Asians?
want to be Asians?
Huh? Like, do we want that? Can we just be like, don't we want to be our own? Like, Australians are their own. Like, I mean, are we kind of so far from Asia anyway that maybe it'd be a good idea if we just weren't part of that group? Like, third tier's, it's kind of far away. It's like third cousin. You could marry at that point, your third cousin.
Okay, now we've moved on to like the opposite side of the spectrum. We're like, well, we don't want to be part of the Asians anyway.
Yeah, we don't want to be with you. Like, we have alphabet, real one.
Oh.
You like it though? You like being part of Asia? You happy? You're happy we're
Yeah,
so
aren't
too
you?
big? Like,
what is your beef about being Asian now?
no, I mean we don't really we say Southeast Asian. We don't really say Asian. Like we say Southeast. So we were trying to already kind of distance ourselves from the mainland.
But the Orientals are the East Asians.
Yeah,
Oh.
Far East.
Oh,
People
so
call
East
it sometimes,
Asians. Oh, we're South.
right? By the way, you
Southeast.
can't say Oriental, Sam. Let me calibrate your. Let me
You said it
calibrate your
first.
offensive thing. You can't. You can't
I'm
actually
just
use the
staying
word
on
Oriental anymore.
context with all this.
What?
I'm just staying on context with what you were saying.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't even know if that's
Okay.
a term, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story. It wasn't really supposed to be a big conversation, but it just happened, and all of the calculations going in my head, and I had to react in 10 seconds, and I decided to hold my tongue.
I think that was a good move, Mohan. I don't think that conversation would have gone anywhere.
Her boyfriend was a big white guy, too. I mean, it's considerable size.
That
It was
too.
like her and two other girls. I would be like, listen, you stupid bees. But there's big ass white dude there.
No, yeah.
And it was Valentine's night. I mean, you know.
So yes, that was Valentine. Okay, so yeah, no, definitely not pick a fight on Valentine's night.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Valentine's.
yeah. Good call.
And I've had my fill of fights at restaurants. They're always very messy.
Like what would you fight over?
I think my first restaurant fight was with Richard Gutierrez, and you know this story, right? And it was kind of nasty because you know everybody's watching, and all of the plates are loud, and all of the forks and spoons all of a sudden fall down, and it's so getting into a fight in a restaurant is so logistically difficult. There's a lot of weapons around. You can ruin other people's night. There's a lot of glass. It's just there's not a lot of movement room. You can't really there's not a lot of real estate because everything's so compressed. It's not advisable.
You got into a physical fight.
It was very close to being a physical fight. I mean, yeah, it was punches thrown, but it was a lot of like shoving, pushing in your face type of stuff.
Was it
yeah,
over a girl?
And even that creates a bit of a nightmare in a restaurant.
Was it over a girl?
Close. His brother.
Oh.
Yeah, napapaaway.
Oh. Okay, go to song. Just go to song. Yeah.
We're not Asian. I promise you, we're not. We're like totally not Asian. I need a song. Where am I gonna get one? Let's get it. Magic 89.9. It is 6:37 on this Monday morning. You are listening to the morning show. My name is Mo. That is Sam O. Sam, do you have any of those like time checks or song sponsorships or anything that we have to say there? Because if I did, I ruined it by telling the time and the song. But
Can I still do it anyway?
I do it anyway.
Yeah, let's
Twice.
do it. It's 6:38. Time brought to you by Pascual Greek-style yogurt drink. Make every day a Greek day. And that song was brought to you by Bonaslim 15-in-1 coffee. Looking good starts from feeling good.
All right. Not that I'm going to continue to jump off my little, are we Asians or should we be Asians? But I thought about this and I wanted to ask you if you feel the same way. I think I know your answer.
About
And this might make us entirely un-Filipino.
what is this? The suspense is killing me.
You know how I was saying like we should probably like kick ourselves out of the Asian category? We're probably going to get persona non grata level of treatment. For
No, that's
the
super
next
serious.
statement. But I mean, somebody's got to tell me how the hell any of this is fun. Now, it doesn't matter where you are in the world as a Pinoy, of course, epicenter, Filipinas, but we were scattered all over the world. And it doesn't matter what country we're in. We're big fans of, say, videoke.
Oh.
And I, we've come across so many of these parties, and we may have discussed this in the distant past because I don't remember us ever talking about this, but I don't find going to the videoke fun at all. Like, it's never fun for me, ever. Never once have I. And in fact, I would avoid it at all cost. I mean, Wurtzbach herself could invite me to a videoke and I would decline.
Yeah. I don't think I'm one to like jump on a videoke hang either.
Yeah, if somebody invites you to, hey Sam, let's go videoke tayo. You'd be like, and this is where like I gotta catch up on my shows at home.
I like that sound.
This is the Gary Vee sound. Right here. Interview Gary Vee. It's I'm out on the videoke, and I've never found it to be fun. Can't do it, and I don't understand why people like it.
But I mean, you legit have an album. Like you recorded an album.
Ew.
You are
I have
a recording
Correct.
artist, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is a little, ironic to me.
Have you ever heard me call myself a musician? No. So get out of the mindset that you're going with right now.
No, but I mean, you actually made a career out of it, but you don't enjoy this?
I had one project in an extensive career.
Hey, what was your biggest hit?
Don't think I'm a musician that just happened to branch out into other things.
I'm not calling you a musician. That's insulting to the actual musicians. I'm just asking you, what was your biggest hit?
What was what?
What was your biggest hit out of this album? How many did you have? One?
I don't have any hits. Can we not talk about myself? I'm talking about can somebody explain to Sam and I, because Sam and I are on the same boat here. What makes the videoke experience fun?
You know what? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I know the term videoke is a play on karaoke, which is a Japanese word, right? But I think that the whole videoke thing where you get to go into a room, there's a machine, and then you party in that room just like singing whatever song you want. This was popularized by the Koreans. Am I wrong?
KTV thing?
Yeah, it's called norebang.
It's what? It's called what?
Norebang.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the Asian lesson.
Like I
Wait,
don't
because
know,
this was popular in Seoul, 30 years ago or what?
Oh my gosh, way back. Yeah, way back. Like it became such a big thing. Everybody was going to a norebang. Like that was the night out. Kids would go in the afternoon, like whatever.
We've taken over ownership of this because I don't hear about other cultures being so obsessed with videoke more than we are.
Right.
So we've taken over it as like the culture that owns this activity.
And I wonder if we, Pinoys, are the first ones to come out with like the cordless microphones. Na pang
with enhanced voice. Probably.
Yeah, and we're still really into it.
Yeah, but is it why is it fun? That's my question here. Why is it fun?
Yeah, like sell this to us.
Yeah, Sam and I are not subscribers of this as a fun activity. Why is going to a videoke fun?
Can you tell me
and
though,
No. Sorry,
what?
this is really screwed up here. It's almost like I lose you, so I apologize. That's why I keep asking you to repeat it.
It's okay.
So what was the question?
I know. I wanted to hear also from you, like, why do you hate it so much?
Because most often people aren't good singers. Most people are not good singers. And going to a bad concert is a horrible experience. And now I have to go through it the whole night.
Oh, okay. So your problem with it is the experience of like doing a video hang where you have to put up with other people's bad singing, not so much you having to sing in front of other people, because I think that is what horrifies me.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't ever go to any, so I don't ever really have to sing. I would never sing. I mean, I would just say no, but it's okay. You can do this in any aspect in life. You can play basketball. Let's say you go to a basketball game. All of you guys listening know what I'm talking about. You go to the court and every single player does not know how to play. It is frustrating. And it's not fun. Like, you know, it's fun for 5 seconds, and then when you see them shoot the ball, like they, you know, like as if the ball is going nowhere near the rim. Nobody knows how to dribble. They dribble like their hands are just bouncing on the ball instead of the ball bouncing on the ground. You go, okay, I'm out. I gotta go. This is horrific. That's what it is like for me. It's like you maybe the same for you. You go to, I don't know, you go to somebody's kitchen and they don't know how to make anything. You're sitting there like, oh yeah, this is fun. It's baking night, guys. And then you guys all together and try to bake it. When you open the oven and you pull out the cookies, it looks horrible and nobody knows what they're doing. It's like, this is not fun.
I don't, okay, but for me kasi, it's more like, I don't mind other people singing, although you're right. I think there are a lot of people who shouldn't be anywhere near a microphone and they get to do this when they go to videoke, right? But I mean, I can hang with that, whatever. But it's the idea that, okay, if I go to this thing, they're probably expecting me to jump in as well, and there is no way. That's horrifying to me. I don't want to do that.
So you don't want to embarrass yourself. That's why you don't want to. Videoke is not fun for you.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it's even like, is it embarrassing even? Because everyone's just like, you know, belting it out. We all sound horrible. I don't know.
That's the key. That's the core problem. We all sound horrible.
Yeah.
I think people are going to defend it by, well, you're drinking, you're drunk, you're having a good time. It's the bad singing is part of the fun. I mean, yeah, that's, I don't see that. And maybe I want to give it a shot. Like, Chopper's really big on this.
Oh, really?
She really likes the singing. And, you know, there's a lot of, it's not just singing, it's performing. She's a performer. She gets up stage. She's not just going to sing Beyonce. She's going to be Beyonce. And I sit there and I'm like...
Wait, is she a good singer? I've never heard her sing.
No, not at all. Not zero. But there's a lot of soul and attitude and for a minute feeling like you are. And I don't find that to be particularly fun. I just don't. If it's bad, I just don't want to be a part of it.
But you know,
so let me ask you guys: 863-10899. Do you like going to the videoke? Do you like? And if so, what's fun about it? And then maybe I can give it a shot this year.
Wow, really?
Yeah, tell me what's fun, so I can look for it.
I think it's interesting though, because I think you basically hit the exact reason why people are so into this is because for a minute. They can kind of fantasize and think that they're, you know, that artist.
That's what your bathroom is for.
I'm seeing something really interesting on the chat. We do have a chat going on here. Where is
Facebook.
this happening? Yeah, on Facebook. Okay. Sans says, Roberto Del Rosario, a Pinoy, is the patent holder of the karaoke machine from 1983. He developed the sing-along, I'm assuming this is a sing-along system in the 70s. Oh my gosh. Is that true?
Well, you said we probably were the ones, and I think that's that saying, yeah, in fact, we probably are.
Wow.
We have taken ownership, as I said. It may have started with the Koreans, but we have taken over.
No, it started with the Japanese, and then maybe, you know, they were just like, meh, moving on to other things. And then maybe the Koreans brought it back with a norebang. But, I mean, the Pinoys have been on it for a very long time.
One of us, and I think it's the Korean salmon, I'm sorry to say, but maybe it's the Japanese also.
Oh.
One of us turned it into a sex club activity, though. Is that you guys or is that the Japanese? Who did this? By the way, makes it so much more fun.
Okay, so isn't
Just
that
a bad thing.
Wait,
but
what
who
is
turned it into a prostitution venue?
dude? What is okay?
You guys?
Because okay, when you say that, the term that comes to my mind is KTV. But like, what is it? What is even the difference?
So I've never been to one, but of course I have. And this is not one of those I'm speaking for a friend. Truly have never been to one, but I've seen enough kind of like stories, movies, TV shows where it's video, okay? I mean, it is. That's what it is. It's in a room. Correct me if I'm wrong, all you hornball prostitution fans. But you sing, and then there's girls, and then they get naked, and they have sex with you while you're singing. Like, they've truly leveled up the fun here. I mean, because like, and that's what it is.
Because I was thinking
you're actually having sex while in the room with the song going on, like on the couch.
Because I mean, I was thinking like, you go into this place and it's an open venue. There are tables. There's a stage. You can, have a girl sit with you, buy her a drink, and then she will sing for you. Mga ganyan.
I only know what I see on Pornhub. And on Pornhub, it's you're in a room, there's singing involved, and then at some point there's nudity, and then there's sex in the same room that you're doing it. That's what I think. And all of the time I've seen it's either Japanese, Korean. I'm thinking it's the Koreans. You guys have put that extra umph in the videoke.
No.
Period.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't agree to that.
That's true, Sam. Go Pornhub right now. You'll see that it's by and large Korean.
At 6:50 in the morning to confirm this. It's okay.
Well, you want to do it later at 6:50 in the evening? I honestly think you guys were the ones who were responsible for this.
What? No.
Which makes it much more enjoyable. I mean, for a certain kind of guy, not me.
I mean, okay, I do see how, something like that could be taken to that level, people with that intention or like trying to spice up that industry would come up with that idea. Fine. Who decided to do that is up in the air for me.
Okay, but what about this? What other industry? And I know, Sam, this is not your thing. It's not your thing. But just play along for a second.
What?
What other industry, activity, if we introduce sex into it, makes it so much better of an activity? And it could be a girl thing. Like if you had like a Magic Mike version of baking night or, like
that was exactly
the
what
book
I was
club.
thinking.
Sorry, what?
Like a baking night, something in the kitchen,
And then the guy who just hands out. So, okay, where's the naked guy in all of this?
The naked guy would be the person that you are doing the activity with. Like it's a couple's activity, that kind of thing. Or is that too wholesome for you? It's not a couple situation.
Too wholesome. I mean, this is not a swinger club, Sam. I'm talking about you go to a place, whether it be naked man or naked women or prostitute, whatever it may be. But what's an activity that if we included that, it just takes it to a whole new kind of level, but we could realistically see this happen?
Does it interest you to go to a baking class where maybe, there are assistants and they're ladies, and, they're in apron, like the typical like French maid kind of thing. Like that's the only thing that they're wearing. And they're, I don't know. And then like there's like,
I can see the activity where there would be like cream and icing, and then you would kind of ice your cupcake, and then you go and ice a certain part of the body. Like I could see that happening, and this is be unisex. Like it could be like in fact, it's probably more of a girl thing, right? It's like, hey, I need a hole in this donut. Oh, Aulo, come here. And then you hold the donut, right? Like I could see it really being a legitimate business.
Yeah. Mga ganyan. Yeah.
Oh, what's another? How about the plantitas? Like, how do we sexualize that?
Really?
Like, what's really big?
Oh, I mean, what? Because there's like a gardener involved. There's a hot gardener.
Yeah, there's trees and branches, and there's like all these things that can go on. Or maybe milk tea. Like, there's got to be a way we sexualize milk tea.
Oh my gosh, not the milk tea. The milk tea.
So innocent.
The milk tea is it's so innocent and wholesome.
How do we sexualize it? How do we sexualize milk tea?
We don't. I don't want to look at milk tea in a sexual way. I really don't.
There's got to be. Oh, I'm sure there's topless milk tea. There's got to be a bar out there, and I'm sure this is Pinoy. There's got to be a place that does this stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway, whoever was in charge of sexualizing the video, okay, thank you. Maybe you made it a little bit more tolerable, but generally speaking, I am not a fan of the activity. Just bad music is probably not. Just something I can handle for more than one or two songs. Outside of that, I can't see how people do it for 2-3 hours. It's just, it's kind of insane to me. And I just glad that you and I are on the same page on this. So high five, Sam.
Okay,
Thank you.
so yeah.
It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
Today's best music, Magic 89.9. It is 7:05 on the morning show. Good times. Welcome to our second hour.
Yeah, it is myself and Sam O here. Phone number is 86310899. If you want to call us, get yourself on the show. Just trying to go through some of the news here and see what happened. Kind of looking through my feed. That's where we get most of our news, right? Whether it be Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, whatever you use to get kind of all your news. We should congratulate Heart Evangelista and Chis Escudero. I think they renewed their vows.
That's right. I saw pictures. She looked gorgeous.
The story of the weekend, if not a couple days ago, right? Do people renew vows generally? Is that because somebody screwed up? I mean, they're a little young, right, to renew vows. Yes?
I mean, I am
50
putting...
years, right?
What's that?
You do like when you're 25 years, 50 years together. Like it's usually like old people who've been together for 25 years. And you'll have like the gold and the silver.
Yes.
And there's all these kind of categories based on the achievement. But if you've been married, say 5 years and you renew your vows, that's somebody effed up, correct?
I am putting the pieces together. And I think maybe, yeah, that's more of what that's about. No.
Congratulations. I mean,
Diba? I mean,
I think it's what it is. Okay, I think the original vows kasi has a certain promise, a list of things you're gonna do, right? Hey, for the next lifetime, I'm going to be there for you through sickness and in health, and I'm going to love you and you only, and through all the ups and downs, we're going to stay together, and I promise to be your best friend and your partner and all that stuff. So when you renew it, it means something happened that expired, that we just got to kind of re-sign the second contract.
I mean, you're married, Mohan. So if you quite recently, and so you're not going to do a renewal of vows anytime soon.
No way,
right?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Unless someone screwed up, as you said. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even know like how positive the renewals experience is going to be. It's like, because knowing myself, say we're back at the altar, let's say in the context Chopper screwed up. I'd be like, I promise to be faithful. I'd be like, Are you sure? Like there would be a lot of that.
But I think a relationship like marriage where, oh my gosh, it's like you can't have that. Diba? I mean, it's gonna be really awful if you're gonna have that kind of attitude with somebody like messing up. Parang wagging their finger at your partner. Diba? Isn't that kind of right?
I think when I'm looking at the photos of this renewal, everyone's really happy, and it kind of gives off that we should be happy for them. But knowing the way my mind works, and I look at them and I just try to feel like, why did they do this so early? Well, we already knew that there were problems in the relationship a couple years ago. So maybe this is just, okay, like you said, every marriage has its problems, and maybe your first promise, it didn't work out, but this is the person I still want. So we're going to try to give it a go. Here's a promise of the second chance. And I can be like, okay, good, great. More power to you guys. Good luck. And I hope this second one is going to be the right one. So I can be happy for them. Let's be happy for them.
Yeah, let's. They look happy.
But the only reason why that exists, because somebody screwed up. I'm going to say it's the boy.
At least they're like, they're really making an effort. I mean, and obviously like it's very public, just recommitting themselves to each other all over again. It's a really beautiful gesture. We're happy.
I'm happy for them. Also happy for all the people that attended the River Maya concert. Heard it was a hit over the weekend. I know I was doing my little gatekeeping stuff on Thursday, I believe, and I did receive reports that there were no Gen Zers that were losing their mind, and it was a great experience. So if you guys went to that River Maya concert, please send me some feedback. I got a lot of people sending videos of, especially Himala, which is my favorite song. But yeah, just I don't have any friends that went. So if you've got a testimonial, send it my way. Please DM me on Instagram or whatever. I would love to hear how great this concert was. And I don't know who's the next band then. Like, who are we thinking of seeing a reunion concert? If we
like
had
local?
the E-Heads, which was probably the biggest one. What?
Like locally?
Yeah, locally. Like,
Huh.
is there another band worthy of this size of a reunion? I mean, do we throw out maybe South Border original members? Because South Border was around for a while when they started losing people, kind of in the same way that River Maya was around a while when they started losing people. They still kind of kept the name. I think maybe South Border might be a possible contender for next big reunion band. Yes?
Oh, puede.
You think?
Puede.
We're going straight early. I mean, I don't even know if you remember who their first lead singer was, do you?
Was it Bricks?
Yeah, Bricks Ferraris was their
Yes.
first one. And then they get Luke
Yes,
Mijares,
yes.
I think, was their second one.
Mhm.
And then 10 other dudes after that. So,
Talaga? I don't know na after Luke.
yeah, they had some like Phil Am guy. And it was kind of like River Maya, where you just had a ton of different members.
Oh.
But I'm going to say they're our next big reunion band. Unless I'm mistaken. Like, if you got another one, let me know.
This is interesting. Sino pa ba? Oh my gosh. Now I'm trying to like dig
Oroque
up
is still
my...
intact. They'll be here this
Exactly.
weekend in Vegas, so they're still intact. Yeah, I'll probably go to their concert on Saturday. I am trying to think, if not South Border.
Intro Voice. Do you remember them?
Oh my God!
Yes!
No, I'm out on. I didn't. I'm not. I am so out on this concert. Nope. True Faith, still a band.
So yeah, is True Faith not together anymore?
I think they're still a band.
I think so too.
And then, of course, we still get the side A's. Like we talked about them last week. I think they're very much together still. But these are just kind of retro concerts, right? We have to have somewhat similar criteria to in E-Heads, especially at River Maya, which was like a bad breakup, and then them getting back together and having a reunion. And honestly, I think South Border is the only one in my mind.
Was that a bad breakup?
I don't know, but they need a vow renewal. And I'm going to say it was a bad breakup. I think Bricks was a dick.
Whoa!
That's what I
whoa.
remember him being.
What?
I mean, he was a dick already when he was on the band. So them breaking up didn't surprise me because, I mean, he was a bit of a dick.
Wait, why are you saying that? What did you actually like witness anything? Were you
Oh,
actually?
yeah. No, I mean, listen, South Border and the station has a very strong storied relationship. I mean, we are very much involved in, not to say take credit for what they did. Obviously, they were amazing. They would have been amazing with or without any radio stations or any of that at the time. But we were very much fans of playing their music on air. And because you had that, they would come into the station all the time. And you do a lot of interviews. And of course, I did TV as well. And he was always a dick. Like, he's very hard to kind of interact with. And
Wait,
I'm
in what
assuming
sense? Like
in those
what? Was
little
he-
bits of pockets of time where you interview him, what more when you're in band with him and you're there 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 15 hours a day. I can see why maybe that didn't work out.
Was he aloof? Was he not like, very engaging?
Just not a people person. And that's fine. I mean, you don't have to be just
Aw.
kind of just a dick. I don't know how to explain it. Just a dick. That's all.
Well, okay.
But I would love to see a reunion concert though with him.
Yeah.
I would love to see him with Luke on stage together if they have not done that already. I'm not following anymore, like what they're up to. Outside of that, I don't think, again, there is a band out there that's going to generate as much buzz as these last two E-Heads or Maya stuff, because, again, they were the biggest bands at the time. Unless, of course, if Parroque breaks up, and then that would be kind of your next big one.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Outside of that, I think this is it.
But please don't break up. What about Freestyle? I'm getting Freestyle on the chat. Sugar Free. Did Sugar Free break up?
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Trying to remember who that. That's Before I Let You Know. Balladeers.
Oh, I can see how that would be very popular. Like maybe Time It for Valentine's or something like that.
Freestyle, but there's more ballads, right? I mean, they weren't like a band, were they?
I mean, they were a band in that, you know, it's a bunch of people making music together, and they're not a rock band.
I think you still have to have that rock band element to generate this amount of excitement. If not, then you're right. It's a Valentine's show.
I think Freestyle could work. I think people might get excited about that. But did Sugar Free break up? Is my next
I'm going to say
question.
no. Sugar Free, I have no idea. Honestly, after this, I really don't know too many about the band members of different bands. I think it was Maya and E-Heads were it. Outside of that, I just cannot see any level of crazy, frantic excitement for an old school. Now, maybe OPM music's great right now, by the way. If we should actually say that, right?
Yeah.
OPM music's really, really good right now. And maybe 20 years from now, they'll fight and all that, and they'll do a cheese heart level of vow renewal, and then we can have a reunion concert. But I'm talking about to have a reunion concert now means you had to have been a monster back in the day, and something bad happened. Like, that's the narrative we want.
Oh my gosh, what is the band of ano nga? Basti? Wolfgang? Oh,
yeah.
What about that one?
I think they're fine. I think they get along.
Oh,
we need conflict, Sam. There needs to be soap opera to generate this level of excitement.
Yeah,
Isn't that right?
No,
Like, you have to be a huge band, and then you have to at some point hate each other, and they come back. If not, you're just an old band playing at a venue.
No, I mean, it definitely, like, you know, spices up the story for sure. Yeah. What's VST?
It's necessary, Sam. It's necessary.
Okay, yeah. What's VST again?
Dude, that's Tito, Vic, and Joey, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's what put on Bulaga. And you get the reunion concert of VST. Oh, anyway, let's those are some of the things that happened over the weekend that, of course, we wanted to bring up and talk about. In the meantime, let's get to more music. Again, we're back on the radio. It doesn't sound like, you know, maybe the old days as we kind of work Sam back and the morning show back onto Magic 89.9. But we'd appreciate you guys to stick with us. We're on till 9 a.m. And let's get... So last week, Sam, when you heard the song from Beyonce and her attempt to do country music, I think you promised you will never play that song again
I played
on
the
the air
song?
here.
What?
Correct? Was that you?
I don't think I played the song. I don't know how to feel about the song. I think this is the first time I'm hearing it. I'm very confused.
Wait, no, last week, remember we were like, we literally played this as our first song when we got back on the first day, and you were like, what is that?
Really? You know what? On the first day, I felt like I had 5 million things going on at the same time. I mean, I maybe heard it for a second, and I was like, what in the world is that? And then just forgot about it.
It was the other one. Okay, no, so I'm getting a report from our Zoom director that, or Facebook director, that it was the other Beyonce song that was on our
It's not
playlist,
this
which was still country, that we played, and you said, "Over my dead body, will we ever play this song on the radio again?" And then I heard this one, which is called, of course, Texas Hold'em. It's very popular now.
Really? So, like,
And I
is
was
she
like-
going country? Is this?
Oh, yeah. She just released a country album, I think, or a new album, maybe with some country songs, fairly recently. And
Oh, wow.
when I heard the other one that was on our playlist here at Magic 89.0, I was like, man, that song is horrible.
Is that the one
And when
that
I
she's
first-
mad?
Yeah, it was, man, I don't even know the title of that. And this one, too, I was like, oof, never playing this stuff on the radio station. And then I see my wife likes it, and I see that kind of other people are liking it, that I'm going to give it a second chance. And I heard it a second time and a third time, and I'm like, okay, fine.
You are
I mean,
up to
I'm not
it.
going to play it in my car. Maybe we'll play it on the radio. I'll give it a second chance. And a lot of us do that, right? A lot of us hear a song for the first time. Either we like it and it's really not good because it comes from one of our favorite bands, or it's a song that we really, really don't like, and then it grows on you because you see everybody else likes it. Like if people I care about or people I've trusted, if they start liking it, then I'm going to give it another shot. And then I might even fall in love with it. A really good example of this was just even this.
Oh, BTS.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover.
I was like, oh, that song is so bad. Song is so freaking bad. Like,
Gone pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that.
look at that. Oh.
How dare you?
No. Listen. And then I heard it 4 million times because it's everywhere. And I was like, I'll admit, I was wrong. It's very
Okay,
good.
but if you had to hear
Okay.
it 4 million times, you got brainwashed into liking it, basically.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think I'm not a good read of first impression when a song comes out. Like I know what I like, and if it's not what I like, then I'm like I'm out of it. And then it needs to actually grow on me. Butter by BTS grew on me. Even Dynamite.
'Cause I'm in the stars tonight.
I didn't dislike it, but I was like, okay, whatever. It's all right.
Yeah, that one grew on me too. It wasn't my
Oh, yeah.
initial favorite, but it grew on me. But what is it about?
Yeah. Banger. What a song it is.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah, I like it.
But early on, had a hard time. I find myself in this problem with a lot of the Blackpink stuff. The ones I like, your do, how you like that. I mean, I loved it from the beginning, but there are some that are pretty hard to enjoy that maybe they've grown on me a little bit. Ice Cream is one. Even the Lisa solo stuff is another. Like the La Lisa La Mi La. I was like, but it's grown on me a little bit.
Yeah, Blackpink. I'm still trying to get there. I do like Jenny's You and Me though.
Yeah, Jenny's You and Me is very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Solo is also really good. Jisoo's Flower, when I first heard it, knew it was going to be huge and, loved it kind of from the beginning.
I don't like that song.
Um,
I mean, I could see how people would like it. It's super catchy. I'm not into it.
You don't like Flower?
No.
I thought the dance was really cool. Then when everybody else did it, then it kind of effed it out and not a fan anymore. Like I can't hear the song anymore. It's just so overplayed. But I thought the dance was really cute. It was great steps. The thing with the hand, all of that was. No, I'm big on this. But back to Beyonce. I'm gonna give that song a chance, Sam. I'll give the country thing a chance, and let's see if it grows on me. But that first one we played last week was rough. I don't think we could ever do that again.
Yeah. I think that was the one where she's like parang screaming and she sounds like she's mad. Okay, the country thing, Beyonce and country, it's kind of dawning on me now. Like, I really respect how she just jumped to a different genre like that.
Well, she's from that area, so there are kind of like grow up roots in that kind of music. So maybe she's just kind of revisiting it or showcasing it. But I'm okay with her jumping into the genre. I'm really, really good about that. I just wish the songs are going to be good. That's
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a break coming up. Sorry, we did have kind of a song sponsorship there, but I think we lambasted the music, so I don't think the sponsors would be wanting their name associated with this. So let's go ahead and pay them back after this commercial break. When we return, we have the morning show at 7:29 here on this Monday morning. You're listening to Good Times on Magic 89.9. Don't go away.
Good Times with Mo and Samo.
'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
It's Louis Capaldi at, you telling me the time. It is 7:41, Sam, and brought to you by who?
Yes, it's brought to you by Sunmig Hard Seltzer. Let's mix it up with Sunmig Hard Seltzer. Oy.
If you've noticed, Sam, I'm doing a kind of live curse word editing on the show with some of these songs because I have a playlist on Spotify and I don't have the clean versions of songs. So I haven't built a radio playlist yet for songs that we could probably play on the radio, which I will. My apologies. So if you are sensitive to profanity, my bad.
I mean, you used to do this. It's not new on the show.
The live editing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but last week when we first came back on, I was telling everybody, if you recall, that during Digong's time, we would say a lot of bad words on the radio.
Yes.
But now that he's no longer in, the administration, it was kind of unique to his time. And we weren't the only ones doing it. Like other shows were doing it. In fact, I think it's the other shows were doing it and then we did it. It was something that we kind of followed because the others were doing it, because the president is doing it. So now that those days are over and we're not saying bad words on the radio, well, as much, we'll try to clean it up. But at the same time, I mean, if Olivia Rodrigo, who is I don't know how old she is, but definitely a teenage superstar for that demographic. And even she's kind of like greenlit. I'm going to write a song called Driver's License. I'm going to throw 2 F-bombs at least in it. In my interviews, I'm going to drop a couple F-bombs when I talk. We had Coldplay, who was in Manila a couple weeks ago, went on stage, curse like crazy. And a lot of these artists, whether it be Ed Sheeran or whatever, that we really look up to and the young people looked up to, if they're kind of openly saying bad words now too, are we kind of at a point where bad words not really that big of a deal? It's just a bad word. It's what you do with the words that is important, not the word itself.
So is your question, what's the big deal? Why can't we just say the bad words? Everyone is saying it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the word itself shouldn't be what is considered a violation or whatever word we're going to use. Sorry. It's what's the energy behind the word? What are some of the auxiliary words or extra words, or what is the sentence implying? That's where you go, okay, it's time to edit that.
For me,
because if I drop an F-bomb here.
Yeah.
Sorry, go for you what?
No, I think because cuss words do make me cringe. And like it can be used in any context.
No, but okay, let's say when we're off air and I use the F word. When we're on the podcast, because Sam and I do a podcast together. It's called Good Times. GTWM, the podcast, year 13. Do check it out. And on the podcast, because it's online, you've got the green light to say curse words. And I say a lot of curse words.
Yep.
And even when we're doing the show, you still cringe when I say bad words there, even though it's allowed? Or are you cringing because the radio generally doesn't allow it?
No, I'm cringing because I just don't think cuss words are like necessary.
They're just adjectives, though.
Yeah, but like, I mean, for me, words are energy. Like I do find, I find it cringy. I'm not going to tell other people to like not cuss. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I'm most likely not going to do it. But yeah, that's how I feel. But
does it matter? Sorry, does it matter though what the sentence is? Doesn't it matter? Shouldn't it matter what the sentence is? Because when you do the song, like say this, again, Driver's License, huge song from 2 years ago or whatever. And she's like, but I still effing love you.
Right,
it's
right.
Not meant
to offend or insult or...
It's not even used in an insult. It's an adjective of how much do I love you? Very? A lot?
Yeah.
Really? Effing.
I get it.
So can we lower the temperature on how bad words are not necessarily bad depending on how it's used, just like every word? Because hate is not a bad word. And I could hate karaoke, videoke, but I also could hate you. And that is a different level of gravity.
Totally. No, totally. Yeah.
So
totally, yeah. Like, which one is it? Okay, but
so can we? Are we getting there? Where, and maybe the musicians are helping us out.
Gosh, that makes it
Coldplay,
so...
maybe Sheeran, maybe Olivia Rodrigo, maybe Louis Capaldi here, maybe Beyonce, whose little country song here had probably 7 bad words in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and these are people we look up to, and they're ambassadors, and they're people in Cotabato trying to get others to not kill each other. I mean, you get it. I think we're at that point. I think we're at the point that it's not a bad word. Is it a bad statement?
So,
I can come up with a lot of legal words that cut much more deep like a knife than a couple F-bombs that doesn't have all the colorfulness around it.
Like what?
I hate you.
Oh.
Way more cutting. That hurts.
No. But you're saying it's when the cuss words are used in a way that really does intend to, hurt somebody is when it is bad. Diba?
Exactly. Like any words though. Like I could come up with a hurtful statement that is completely legal to say, whether in broadcasting, on the radio. Like bad words shouldn't be categorized as bad words. It should be bad statements. And maybe you're never going to use the F word because it's just, you don't like the sound of coming out of your mouth. That's fine. You use something else. But what I'm saying is like, maybe we shouldn't just be like, oh my God, that's a bad word. Like the word itself is bad. No matter if I said it, I effing love you.
And like, if you think about it, the S word, like what is it? Like poop. It's poop. It's not that offensive.
I know. It's not.
How did it become categorized as a bad word? I don't like the sound of it either, by the way. But I mean, if you
Which one, tae or S word?
The S word.
It sounds better than poop.
No, it sounds more it sounds more cutting than poop, of course. I mean, poop, like whatever. It's a cute word.
No, poop is so juvenile. Like
exactly.
Imagine you're an adult. You have a PhD in artificial intelligence. You're super smart. You're like MBA in this and that, and you're like, okay, so like I have to poop. It's like, what are you, a child?
It's so cute. I gotta go.
Say the S word. Let's go.
Yeah, it's cute. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe
on the sorry, go. No, my bad.
No. I mean, just because I'm in the radio mindset, right? Like, if we were to cuss freely now, just make sure that you use it in a sentence where you're not trying to offend anyone or whatever. Like, that would be hard to monitor. I guess that would be the issue with something like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you deserve to get punched in the face for using a bad word at somebody with the intent to hurt their feelings, because I can get punched in the face for saying a bunch of stuff that can hurt someone's feelings and not even use a bad word. So essentially, my whole point is it's just a word. And your compilation of words or your just putting them together is what makes something bad.
Right. I mean, you're right. I think if I were to hear the bad words, in a sentence where you're like trying to express how much you love somebody or whatever, that's a lot more tolerable than just like hate with the bad words.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So bad words aren't bad, everybody. Go to school today, kids. Tell your teacher you effing think they're great.
No. I mean, I still wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't resort to that.
Father Pedro, just want to say, you're effing great at being a priest. Nothing wrong will happen to you because you are, in fact, complimenting him.
Don't ignore him.
Got to change the world.
Him.
And we're going to let these superstar singers pave the road for us.
No, I am not on board.
Bad words are not bad.
Well, okay, if bad words are not bad, what would you call them then?
Words?
No.
Adjectives? Nouns? However they're being used in the sentence at the time. There are a lot of words also that used to be bad words in other languages that we have adopted as regular conversation. Certain people who are identified as a certain group was originally kind of made out as a derogatory term. I won't bring up any examples now because I want to be 100% sure and do my research, but there's some Filipinos, like words. Isn't even Pinoy a derogatory term if you really think about it?
Really? Come on now. Pinoy?
Yes. I think so. Now, again, don't quote me because I didn't really prepare this conversation. I maybe need to look it up, but I'll tell you, there's a couple that I know right now, words, I'll tell you off air because, again, I'm not 100% sure, that are spawned off of a bad word, but became a identifying word for people in our country.
Like, would this word refer to, people of a certain, like, East Asian descent? Like, is that what you're talking about? Because that's the word I have.
What's the first letter on this word? Come on.
I.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's possible.
Because I learned later on na parang that's not ano pala. That's not.
We're
proper.
almost kind of circling back to our first topic.
Yeah, we are.
Which is what is offensive and what is not offensive. On the podcast this past week, of course, we had Alex Calieja, who also does the podcast with us, and I think Alex is going to be on the show this week. And we were talking about just, again, how things, is it modernizing? Here in the U.S., just about everywhere, you kind of smoke marijuana. No longer illegal.
Yeah,
You can smoke it. You can get high. It smells like weed in the air. And what would life like, especially in Manila, be? What would it look like to you if marijuana was legal? I mean, just, and Alex, hilarious as ever, is like, just imagine the people on the streets selling it, like at a jeepney. Chonke, 5 pesos, 15, 50, like, just like the barker for weed when you're on a jeepney.
Mm-hmm.
Like how crazy that would look.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are we mature enough of a society to have this? Because other countries have it.
Oh, that's a tough one. Like it's coming out of a takatak boy kind of situation.
It's just marijuana being legal, period.
Yikes. Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
What do you think is wrong with us that we wouldn't trust? First of all, I don't drink. I don't smoke marijuana. Never. Like that's not part of my thing. I don't like to put anything in my body, not because I'm healthy. It's not that, I'm fat, but it's just I don't want to be altered. Yeah, okay, I don't want to not be able to control my mind and my decisions.
It's a control freak thing.
No.
It's a control thing.
It's a control thing. It has nothing to do with like health reasons or whatever. I just don't want to be dumbass. And if I can't control my level of dumbass, then forget it. I have no interest in it. But do you think we would be able to responsibly have recreational marijuana use?
But I mean, is it so different from like being able to access alcohol? Right?
I don't think so.
Diba?
But I don't drink and I don't get high. Now you've drank a little bit and you drink a little. You drank a lot maybe 15 years ago.
Party days for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You rip.
Yeah.
So have you smoked weed before?
I've tried it. Yeah.
Okay, so you tell me then.
Because I think alcohol is worse. Like if you get wasted, like if you have too much of it, I think alcohol is far worse.
I agree.
Yeah.
By observing people who get high a lot and observing people who get drunk a lot,
yeah,
I absolutely agree with you. I think alcohol is worse.
And so, alcohol being legal now, people have access to it, whatever. I mean, sure, you see, the random like drunk person, but I mean, I don't know, is it going to be that bad? You think? Plus, I don't think it's going to be that cheap. Right?
I don't know. We're an agricultural country. maybe.
Well, I guess, yeah, depending on the supply, I suppose. But I don't know. I mean, we do have other substances that are accessible.
We do. That can alter and that can change you. That's what I'm saying. As a people, are we responsible enough to have a recreational legalized marijuana thing? And I think my answer is I wish we didn't have any of it. But since we have alcohol, I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine with marijuana as well.
I mean, I don't know. Are we wrong? I don't know.
What do you mean, are we wrong? Like to not allow alcohol or what?
No. Like, is it a completely different ball game with something like weed?
You have not been high enough to answer this question, right?
Probably not. I don't like it kasi. I don't like it.
Probably means
no, because I don't like it. I haven't done it, too many times or whatever. I'm not into it. It's not my thing. So I don't know. I don't know how bad it gets.
Bias aside, let's remove our bias of how we feel about marijuana, and I think the answer is yes. I think we'll be fine.
Leaning towards, I think.
And if it does really make you hungry, then I'm going to assume...
That's the worst thing that can happen to you is like you'll eat all the food in the house.
Well, because listen, people who are under the poverty line, they drink. Because they, whatever, if it's coping reasons, they drink. If it's camaraderie, if it's getting away from the stresses of the day. People below the poverty line, they drink too, man. They drink a lot. Now... if they're now smoking weed too, and weed is supposed to make you hungry, it's kind of counterproductive for when you're poor. Like, I'm already hungry. I'm poor. Now I'm going to smoke weed. It makes you feel good, but I'm going to be hungrier for food I don't have.
Okay, this is not a good idea. This is maybe not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that context, yes, not a good idea. But if we're fine with the drinking, I think we'll be fine with the marijuana.
Is my logic? Yes. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong.
Because like you said, the effects of alcohol are a bit worse, I think, than the effects of marijuana. I'm totally with you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it won't happen. I mean, it's not going to happen for. I don't know, maybe.
My gosh, will it ever? You think?
Yeah, I think it will at some point. But will we even be alive when we see legalized marijuana in the Philippines? I think there's a shot. I'll give it. I'll give it 10 years.
Wow, 10 years, really?
10 years from now, I think it'll be legal.
I'm thinking much longer than that. I don't know.
We follow, kasi I know we have it with other things like say divorce bill and all that stuff, but we're following country. Like, we follow what the rest of the cool people do outside. We follow what other countries do. And once it starts to really normalize, we'll jump on the bandwagon.
But everything takes so long. So tagal.
I know, but there's money to be made. You see, like, in the end, there's money to be made. And when there's money in the billions of pesos to be made, they're going to allow it.
I don't know, but something
Especially when the other countries
something
are doing
like weed, I don't know. I'll give it maybe like, you said 10, I'll go more like 20. Yeah.
20 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or more.
so maybe the safe thing is 15 because it's right there in the middle. But
Matagal. Basta.
I think of the Asian countries.
Which
might be-
is there an Asian country that's already legalized?
Well, no,
it?
because I mean, we're pretty strict, like Middle East, Asia. We're pretty strict about like drugs. I think we're quick to the death penalty, right, when it comes to that stuff. But I think of the Asian countries, I wouldn't be surprised if we're maybe top 5 quickest to allow it.
No, but like we're a very religious country too. So I don't know. I don't know about
This
that.
stuff is grown from God's good earth, Samantha.
30. I'm gonna go with 30 now.
Oh my God, you're pumping up.
Wala. It's not gonna happen.
Well, you're no fun.
I'm not fun to.
I can't say
smoke the
so. I can't say
stuff
bad
with.
words,
For
and I
sure.
can't do drugs.
Yeah. No,
Oh my God.
No,
What
sorry.
prison is this?
Sorry. Not gonna happen.
Life am I don't want this life. I'm moving abroad.
I'll have a drink with you. That's fun.
I can't smoke weed. I can't use the F word. We will take a break. It's top of the hour here at 8 p.m. Monday morning. This is Good
Yeah.
Times here at Magic 89.9. Back after this. Don't go away.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the morning.
Let's play.
On this Monday morning, thanks for hanging out with us. This is Good Times here at Magic 89.9. Samo in studio. I am in another studio far, far away. But two of us together, of course, in your vehicles right now. If you're on your way to work, school, wherever it may be, on your way home from night shift. Thanks for hanging out with us as we start Sam's second week back after being away for 6 whole years. And doesn't feel so long now that you're back, right?
Not
it
at
seems like
all.
everything's
I cannot believe it's been 6 years since our last show.
And Sam's a unique personality. I mean, really, really great host, skill set. I mean, technically, you're very, very good host, but you're also very unique in that. Well, outside of the obvious stuff, like you're Korean, and you know, you speak multiple languages, and you are very much multicultural and all of that. You're also kind of old school in certain things. You are late to the party.
Which party?
Like songs.
Which?
What? Should Beyonce got a new album?
Oh.
Yeah. You're late to some parties for that. I'm gonna say, so something launched this week, which I'm pretty late to the party too. I'll admit. So I'm gonna probably need you guys to help explain some of this stuff to us. We have a phone number. It is 863-10-899. we've not asked you guys to call very much today because, I don't know, maybe it's a Monday, we're too chatty, but this one, we're really going to need your help. And I'm almost certain Sam knows nothing about it.
What is it? What is it? Try me.
8631-0899 is our phone number. We're going to need your help. So OpenAI offered its latest generative, is that generative? Is that, yeah. Artificial intelligence offering. It's called Sora. Okay.
Sora.
And
okay.
what it can do is it generates, and stuff like this has been around for a while, but this is kind of the one I see online a lot. It generates realistic AI videos that are like a minute long or whatever. I don't know how long they are, but it's it's text prompted, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So you just type in, like, let's say, I want 2 radio DJs to be in a radio booth doing a morning show, and the lead host is a Korean female.
What?
And it'll generate a video, and it looks amazing. It could be tutorials. It could be like, again, I always use cooking with you because it's kind of your thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want a tutorial video of a Korean girl living in Manila talking about how to make lumpia, Shanghai. And there's going to be a video there, and it's probably going to look like you. It generates kind of its video generation model for AI. And I don't know a lot about AI.
I don't
Man,
either.
honestly, I don't. And I know that for years now, there's been this kind of harsh debate between photographers and art people, painters, people who generate art with their hands and with their minds, competing against computers and artificial intelligence that can incredible work. And of course, there's also another scary side to it, right? Where you get this real fake looking
it's so
celebrity
scary.
saying,
Yeah.
endorsing something, and it's really AI, and then it can get really dangerous and all of that. All of these things are terrifying when it comes to the AI world.
Super.
Yeah. But this new one, I saw it. It's pretty impressive.
But I mean, who would need this? Like, what is this needed for?
I don't know. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, my knowledge of it stops here. And I would like to maybe ask the people out there, 8631-0899. So we had a caller. We didn't get to him. Sorry. I apologize, guys. But call us back. Can somebody explain why this is a good thing, why this is a bad thing, what do you scare about? It's almost kind of like an open mic, open floor conversation about AI that I want to have, largely selfishly in part of Sam and I know not too much about it.
Please, no, I want to be educated on this. I'd like
and we're going to be
know.
educated based on your opinion, so you could freaking lie to us. We'd be like, oh, talaga? But,
Don't.
but is this super cool it looks super cool. What's the value? Sounds like, what do we get out of it? What's the value?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Like, I mean,
Or is it just stretching our technology? We're stretching our technology to the limits. We're like, hey, we can do this. Check it out. Is it really that useful? Probably not.
right. And just not even just this latest development that you've shared with us, but just like AI in general. I wouldn't be surprised if there are good uses for it, but like it's, kind of harking it back to our last conversation about legalizing weed and, are we able to handle that? Like, I honestly do not trust people to use this in a good way.
Okay, so my wife is in tech, and she's doing a pretty great job.
That's right.
And I talk about my wife a lot because she, obviously we live together. So, I'm going to be exposed to it. I see the business advantages of having a artificial intelligence program that will recap a meeting, for example. Like, say you can't join a meeting, and instead of having somebody scribe everything that happened and take notes, programs like Microsoft Copilot or what was the other one? There are a couple out there that are really popular. It'll be able to do that for you, and that's cool. Yeah, no, I can see, like, yeah, that's awesome. I don't have to be there, and somebody can write me an email, a summary of everything that took place. Yeah, sweet. I'm more worried about like the art side.
The art side, like intellectual property-ish, like
Visual,
as in
the
art,
visual side of it.
or like the video.
Pictures.
Yeah.
Pictures that are really, really not taken.
Right.
Like, isn't that like, you find that to be wrong, or we're just old school? We got to get over that because this is it. This is it. This is not the future. This is the present. You
Yeah,
remember when Photoshop first came out? And I'm sure a lot of photographers were like, what the hell is this?
Right.
Like you just literally erased somebody in a photo and that person was there. Like, this is stupid. This is wrong. This is ethically incorrect. You know? And then it became common.
It's in
It became-
everyone's
of course,
phones
Photoshop.
now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Yeah.
erase that effort from the picture. His belly's sticking out and it's ruining the picture. Take him out. Now your cell phones can remove people. Your Pixel cell phone can take your head from another good picture and superimpose it automatically into the one you want, so you don't have to delete a bunch of stuff. Like all of us, it's fine now. We're cool with it. We're cool with the amount of editing that goes involved in regular pictures that are taken. So, is there a pushback towards AI? Is there a pushback towards video and photo? Artificial intelligence. Let's take a call. 863-10899. Educate us, please. I know we sound stupid and old and stuff. It's just, I'm too lazy to read about this stuff, man. Good morning.
I'm open to the conversation. Hi.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, who's this?
This is Nanes.
Naneth. Okay.
Nanette.
Yeah.
Naneth.
Nanes. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I agree with yung sa mga sa topic, especially kasi landscape photographer. So I do nature. I travel then to in and out the country to shoot yung landscape. And actually nagkaroon ng mga discussion regarding din sa AI sa community. Actually there's a photographer taga-west siya. Gumawa siya ng parang isang social experiment at nag-submit siya ng isang AI-generated na photo sa isang photo contest and it won. So parang, so siya parang isang movement yung ginawa niya na tinitingnan niya kung yung process ba ng selecting ng photo is very intricate para malaman kung talagang kinuhanan ba talaga ng tao yon or talagang AI-generated. So, I think doon nag-start yung revolution na talagang dapat yung similar doon sa mga photo contest, especially with doon sa mga international na kilalang photo contest. So mahigpit na yung mga nagiging regulations ngayon. So mayroon na ngayong mga ginagawang program para makita kung ito ay AI generated or kung talagang ito ay kuha ng tao, ng through sa camera talaga.
What's the difference? Well, okay, let's go back to your job real quick. You shoot landscape photography and you travel shoot, meaning you have photos that get published in some pretty kind of serious stuff, right? Because you don't get to that level unless you are employable. Your talent and your skill set is used in advertising or something like that, right? I'm assuming, yes?
Yeah, kind of. Ayoko naman magbuhat ng bangko pero may mga na-publish na rin akong photos, local and international, both print and sa media. I mean, social media.
Okay, so be proud of yourself. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I've not met anybody who travels to shoot landscape photography. The fact that you can do that means you're really good at what you do. Okay, how long have you been doing it? Let's start with that.
So I started 2017, actually. 2017.
Okay, so
not
well
really long ago.
Well within the era of editing photos, doing post-production on photos that would deem unnatural.
Yeah. Actually, yung my process then actually really involves yung post-processing, especially with landscape or yung nature in general. So, part ng process flow ko is another, kumbaga, tinitingnan ko yung art of post-processing. So, yung making the image more vivid, more contrasting, so highlighting the subject, so et cetera, especially if I'm taking the night sky, the Milky Way, so mga ganun, it needs post-processing talaga. So I do use Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom, but I think that's really acceptable now in this generation, in this in the community. But also there's
there's also a lot of gatekeepers pa rin na mga yung purist kung tawagin na
Like me.
mga nagsimula sa film.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's kind of why I asked you that question, because at some point, it feels like this is going to be acceptable. I'm talking about AI generated images will be acceptable in the industry, and you guys are just going to have to deal with it. Like the purist who still shoot in film, no processing, no digital cameras, they're the ones being phased out. They're the ones, oh, you're not going to adjust. Okay, you're not going to be working here. You can be a purist in your house, but that's as far as that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one thing na naging accepted siya is back in 2021, there was a collection of NFTs na AI generated siya na landscape photography, pero finid yon yung AI finid siya ng thousands of landscape photos of several nakilalang mga photographers, and then it generated some AI generated photos na it got parang may collection of AI generated photos, and then it get distributed through NFT. So I think that's one of the parang major acceptance ng AI pagdating doon sa photography community, and especially now na yung iba ginagamit yung AI para mag-generate, for example, kung gusto kong gumawa ng isang photo, so minsan yung iba ginagawa nila na mag-generate muna sila through AI para magkaroon sila ng visualization part ng kanilang preparation, and then i-execute nila dun sa actual shooting. So yun yung isa din sa mga ginagawa nila na acceptance.
Oh, it's so technical.
So what's your backup plan as a job once AI generated images are going to be the norm? I mean, you got a backup plan because your days are numbered, sir.
And actually, I work in agriculture, kaya ako din na-start itong, it's more of a hobby or a passion. It's not my day job per se, but I work in agriculture full time.
Cool. All right.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, thanks for all this info. This is great. Appreciate it. This is what we were looking for.
Thanks, Nana.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's good to be back. Ang tagal kong hinintay to. So I'm very excited to tune in every morning.
Just as long as you guys know that, like with everything, there's a rev up process, right? It'll take a little bit, but I think we're on the right path and right track. We just gotta speed up and hit our stride. So that should come soon. I'm pretty confident versus say any other time post-COVID, since COVID really freaking ruined this entire industry. But thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Very
good, very good.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. 863-100899. If you just tuned in, we're talking about AI. I saw OpenAI's new video generation model program, whatever they call it. It's called Sora. It looks impressive. Looks crazy. And
I have
I
something
guess like
on the line here.
every old person like myself and Sam were like, okay, is it dangerous?
I'm so scared of it. Hello?
Good morning, Professor Mo.
Oh, Melissa.
Nasa
Hi.
office ako, hindi ako
So
makasigaw.
curious what you're going to say about this. Yes, Melissa.
Nasa office ako, hindi ako makasigaw. Share ko lang, AI can
Good.
offer a... Hello?
Sorry. What's that?
Go.
AI can... Hello?
Hi.
Yeah,
we
we're
can hear
just waiting for
you.
Okay. AI can offer accessibility for people with disabilities.
It's a
You
have a disability?
Professor Mo. Share ko lang kasi di ba one time pagising ko, sobrang dilim sa room ko. Tapos, madilim talaga. So, nung bubuksan ko na yung ilaw, weak side left, bagsak. So, sabi nila, para mag-prevent yan, para hindi na maulit yan, what if, palagyan mo ng Alexa, yung ilaw mo sa kwarto, para hindi ka na kailangan tumayo sa kama, hahakbang ka,
okay.
Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
So she's talking more about like the voice prompting stuff, right?
Yeah, which is different from
Right.
what... Well, I mean, it might be a little bit similar, but a little, Yeah, sure.
So,
Okay.
sobrang
And did
malaki din
did
ang
you do that,
naitutulong
Melissa?
sa amin.
Did you get the Alexa to turn on your lights when you tell it to?
Hindi pa rin. Hindi, umaasa ako sa grab bar ng room ko. Kinakapa ko na pag madilim ganyan. Ayun, ayun.
Yeah. Don't worry. That's innocent.
Huwag gumastos. Tsaka hindi naman namin bahay.
Yeah, you can get this. This is not that big of a deal. You'll be fine. Go get an Alexa. They're not that expensive. Okay.
Okay, God bless, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
You
Stay
too.
safe. Bye.
Of course, OpenAI is the company behind ChatGPT. Also, the AI image generator. I think DALL-E. If you guys know that one, of course, those are both very popular. ChatGPT is massive, right? But this new one looks interesting, and I don't know if I should kind of get into it.
What would you even
I'm
do
late
with
to the
it?
party, but I should get into it.
What would you do with it, Mohan?
Oh, because I feel okay. Like I don't have, say our last caller. I love photography, but I don't have the skill set that a real photographer has. So I'll just take pictures of my family, dabble, dip, all that stuff.
Oh.
But technically, the skill set, I don't got it. I think I
I've
take
seen
okay pictures.
I've seen pictures that you've taken of your family. They're great.
Yeah, but I would never dare call myself somebody a photographer that would be published, in a magazine. Like, no, I'm not nowhere near, not even half good enough to get to that or where our first caller was. But here's where I think modesty aside,
Magbuhat
I think I
ng
could
sariling bangko.
create-
Oh.
an idea of what I want to see and have the computer make it, and it'd be like amazing.
So
'Cause
that's
how
what you would
stupid-
use
You know
it
the
for.
stupid stuff that comes out of my mouth sometimes. Like there's so out there crazy. Now imagine if I could do that and it becomes a photo or a video.
You don't do this already?
No, I don't.
No. Look at your face.
Right? Like this, I know I can.
Oh gosh. I think someone's gonna be tinkering around with this today.
So, Sora, make me a video. We're at a KTV.
Oh my god.
We are, it's just the sky's the limit when it comes to my grotesque mind.
Scary stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You gotta come on, Sammy. Can we promise ourselves to modernize a little bit though?
I don't mind modernizing. I just honestly do not see like how could this be beneficial? And like I was really hoping to hear something today, Like
Well, listen, our caller gave us a little bit of a look. What did he say? I'm going to travel to take a photo. I have to go somewhere to take a photo. I have to travel. That's cost money, hotels, going out there, the logistical expenditures, all of that just to create this photo. And then what else did he say? Well, some other dude submitted a photo and it was AI generated. He didn't. So what if I'm a company, I don't have to friggin' pay anybody anymore. I don't have to get their travel expenses and their food and hotels and this. I can just go, "Oi, make me a photo. Eiffel Tower, November of 2023 with light snow, 400 Chinese tourists, and a airplane that looks like a gorilla in the sky. Go." And then it'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't have to send anybody anymore.
I suppose it's kind of like, okay, I can see how, yes, a company, like as per your example, could benefit from something like this. But I suppose I'm looking for a benefit for like mankind. You know what I mean? Like what would it do for us as a race? Like, a species. Parang ganun.
But I just think
ganyang
we're
benefit
already
ba?
at a point where Photoshop is like photo processing via an example, Photoshop
Yeah.
is so normal that every photo I see, I am questioning, was that even there? Was that rainbow really there? We're already doing that. We watch movies. The CGI is so amazing. Sometimes you'll just sit there, if you care to use this energy, sometimes you'll sit there and go, I wonder what part of this scene is real. Like,
Oh yeah.
I know
totally.
stuntmen have been around forever, so I know that's probably not insert Zac Efron flying away, jumping off of that airplane. It's probably not him. Okay, so that's a stunt double. The stunt double, while is a real human being, fake. How much of this background is fake? I'm watching Game of Thrones. I know this castle's really not there, and this is all that stuff is really not there. I know that, but it's okay. It's acceptable. We're fine with it already. We've moved on from going, oh, how dare they?
Gosh, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, where do you draw the line, honestly? Because you're right, like special effects and whatnot for entertainment purposes. You're not like trying to make a deep fake video of somebody, then like it's completely permissible. So where is it? Where's the line then?
There is none. It's not, again, we're not hacking into anything. There's no nefarious reasons why this thing is going to make the world end. It just sucks for artists. It sucks for the guy who goes out to take the photo. And he becomes the old school purist that will be phased out.
I mean, that's one aspect of it. I mean, there are other people too, who will be affected by this in a negative way, right? I mean, honestly, like, I don't even see how it would affect me right now, but like, I don't like it. It's scary. Is it already part of my life? Probably.
Well, we already see, even in the Philippines, right? Don't we have that AI sportscaster on the news? There are AI radio DJs that interact with callers. They interact with callers.
Yeah. But don't you find that there's still something lacking? Like there's a little something.
There is, but it'll get better. And then we're going to be the purist who goes, but guys, there's no soul.
Yung parang ganun.
863-1089. Sorry, we got calls there on hold. We didn't answer. My bad. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, who's this?
Who's this?
This is Carlo.
Carlo.
What's up?
Hey, I just want to comment. I'm not really much into the AA stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the direction that it's going in the future, since we're now in images and all that, I think it's going to get to a point where movies will now be fully AI generated, and there's
We
financial
don't need the
incentive to do
actors.
so.
We don't need the actors anymore.
Yeah.
Wala.
But how will we as an audience accept it? Are we okay with it? Like, will we buy it if we know those are not real people? Because isn't a part of the movie, even though I just said CGI and all of that stuff, isn't a part of the movie the escape that, hey, for 3 hours, I'm that character in there. And if we know that's not a real human being, are we still okay with it? That's a question, because I know Disney movies, for example, our children are walking around dressed up as Mulan and Moana and all of, the Ice Queen or whatever her name is, I forgot. Those are not real people, but they can create a realness. These children can do it by walking around dressed up like them. So maybe you're right. Maybe it becomes the norm and we're going to be okay with it.
Yeah, like everything else, there's going to be pushback at first, but it's going to get to a point where it will be accepted, and more it's going to be the mainstream. And financial incentive is now you don't have to pay actors. You don't have to pay them a cut. You don't have to pay them, you just can generate a movie and all that. So, yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to play both sides. I'm going to say, fine, it's an escape. It's an escape, and I don't care what it is, just as long as the story's good. And then there's going to be a part of me that thinks, no, we require human beings. Like, I'm not going to watch a bunch of robots play basketball. Like, I don't care for that. And call me a purist, but if we ever get to the point where we have like AI generated video hologram on a basketball court and they're going to be like the Golden State Warriors versus the New York Knicks, I'm out. Like, I need a real human being to do that.
Yeah.
So there's going to still be human requirements for entertainment. Movies, maybe not so much, but sports, oh yeah, you better believe it. I'm going to say you guys are not going to watch no goddamn robot play basketball.
That's a computer game.
Exactly.
I know.
And we're out of that. But the computer games right now, the 2 games, they're based on real human beings. That's why we can.
Yeah.
That's why we can connect. But I'm not. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to play both sides for now. Thanks for the call.
Carlo,
good call.
thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks. 863-1089. Again, jumping off the OpenAI. What is it? Launch of their new AI video generator. Sorry. The AI on my computer saying your ears are going to get ruined. Good morning.
Hi, morning. So it's Rob, and I couldn't help but call as I'm driving to work.
We love it.
So I think, like any other utility, if we could put it that way, it depends on how people use it. Like, for example, the photographer who called in earlier, it's a very niche way on how to use AI, which is in photography. But there are other uses, not just for that. For example, there is an AI program wherein you can use it to summarize a lecture on YouTube or even a podcast. So students can use that, for example, so they don't have to watch an hour or hours worth of stuff.
And I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But are you does it make you uncomfortable at all when it is taken to the level of generating images, videos, full on movies, no
for sure,
human actors involved?
And CGI has been around for quite some time, and like Mo said earlier, people aren't really looking into it it's generated and stuff. It's just accept it as a norm right now. So it really depends on what the objectives are. So people can use it in nefarious ways, use it to clone voices and stuff.
Yes.
So it really depends on how people use it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, but people are bad, bro.
They'll always figure out a way to use it for bad things.
You can give me anything. I'll find a way to sexualize it. Literally give me anything. I'll find a way to make it bad. But no, thanks for the call. It's a good call.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks.
sharing.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, later. Bye.
Wasn't there a porn version of Taylor Swift or something recently?
Hold on, I gotta take a commercial break. Wait, where's this? Where's this?
No, I mean, hello, and it's not the first time that it's happened. I'm sure it's all
take a
over.
break, Sam. Tell me where it's at. Hold on, we'll take a break. When we come back,
our lines are full.
Give me anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes.
No.
Good morning.
Hi.
Lines are full. Hello.
Hello.
Next call. Hello.
Ooh.
Kailangan ko lang yung radyo ko.
Thank you.
Sana.
Marketing Ayan, I'm into marketing, creative marketing.
Okay.
Ito, advantage siya for companies and helps a lot. Siyempre ako, katulad ko, I'm into creative marketing. I handle a lot of businesses. Tapos, siyempre, minsan kailangan ko ng ganito. So, instead of hiring people na to create photos, dati photos actually photos. Kailangan ko ng photo. Tapos, pero kailangan pa rin ng human interaction na edit pa rin natin para mas maging mas maging creative siya, mas deliver yung visual communication natin. But pa rin katulad na sa movies, kasi sabi kanina, may yung mga artista, actually AI will kill yung mga artists natin talaga. Pero it will help, pero kailangan pa rin ng human interaction. Kasi katulad na, pag create ka ng movie, no, may AI. Pero kailangan pa rin i-direct paano natin i-deliver to, di ba? Kasi human din naman yan human creation din siya So
listen, let me just jump off what you're saying. Yeah, when you're talking about say movies and actors being removed, there's still going to be a need for human input. Because you're right, there has to be a direction, and there has to be a script written. There has to be something, I think, that comes from the human spirit and the human experience that would make it separate from what an AI can generate. However, let's look at our own actors. Let's say Philippine movies. We get to the point where our actors and actresses are AI generated, maybe even in the image and likeness of an existing actor. But what are they able to do that our actors are not capable of doing? Wait, what is AI able to do what our actors are not able to do?
Actually,
Oh no, almost done. Which is act.
Tama.
Our actors suck. They're just beautiful. That's all. They're horrible. So I can get both with AI. I can get one that actually looks like insert stunning actress or stunning actor with talent.
Oh my gosh. What if at some point the celebrities can now just say, look, okay, my image is now up for sale. You can manipulate it, AI it, whatever you want. Just pay me a fee for it. And I don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
Tama. Actually, yun yung nangyari doon sa Indiana Jones, di ba, na recently. Yung halos 40% ng puro CGI na siya.
Yeah. So we can get, exactly. Like, we are, let's say who's a really terrible actor that's super famous right now? Sa atin. You don't have to answer that, Sam, because I know you won't. I'm going to ask Homeboy here. Who's a terrible actor right now, pero sobrang sikat?
Wait, but, okay, I know that at some point in the industry, maraming ganyan. But like today, can you actually survive in the industry? Like just by looks alone, and like you really suck. You can't act, you can't sing. Like who?
Yes, ours. Yes.
Now, today, I feel like at this point you do have to have some talent.
You could have a little bit. Come on. Just take even the physical science of this. You're telling me that the best actors also coincidentally are the best looking people?
It can be learned. It can be honed, this craft.
I don't know about that. I can't hone how to draw. So, thanks for the call, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.
I don't think acting is as learned as people make it out to be. Like I can sing a little bit better if I take voice lessons, but I am not a good singer. And maybe if I take a little art classes, maybe I'll be able to stick figure just a little bit better. But I'm no goddamn Salvador Dali or whatever his name is from Money Heist face. Like no.
But there are acting coaches and stuff. I feel like you could learn this.
And there are basketball coaches. I'm not going to be in the PBA.
No, I mean, obviously you have to have some kind of foundation and then you can build on it. But I just think also like the industry has changed. I know what you're talking about. There really was an era na talagang like, you're just a good looking person. Like that's it. You're good. I don't know. I think we've moved on from that a little bit is what I'm saying.
I disagree. I don't think we've moved on from that. I think maybe we're moving in the right direction. I think we've moved on. I don't think it's past tense. I think it's just there's an effort. There's an effort.
Fair enough.
To be better. Yeah. 863-13899 is our phone number. Good morning.
Hello. Ooh. Are you there?
Yeah, hello?
Okay, like you sound robotic. Sorry. Let's just do this next one. Call us back, please. Hi.
Hi, is this Magic?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
Yeah, I was supposed to call for the show.
Yeah, well, you're not. Instead of suppose, you're here.
You're
What's
here.
Yeah, I got in.
Yes, what's your name?
Yeah, just call me John.
John.
All right. Yourself.
I work in the field, AI.
Oh, you do?
Hey, John, educate our stupid asses. We're sitting here talking like we know what we're talking about. Tell us where we're wrong.
Yeah, it's the first time calling a radio station.
Appreciate you, John.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah.
You are human, though. Let's get that right.
Yes, I am.
You don't sound it.
Yeah, so just a bit of my background. I worked for some of the financial services in the U.S., the banking. I worked for the big tech, Facebook, Google, Microsoft before.
Okay.
So AI is about data. So it's about collecting data. And two of the largest countries in the world has all those data. And you know who they are.
Data, like people's data, like names, numbers, addresses, whatever, that kind of data.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So they train those data to have a specific result. So let's say you wanted to generate a movie, you would have to collect data and train the data or the model to generate what you want. Let's say a movie, let's say an algorithm. So it's all about data. Yeah.
Yeah, and how to turn that data into some kind of fiscal gain, right? But what we're talking about is the way, okay, we've talked about a lot of different things, but the way as us as consumers let's just like work this angle real quick. With us as human beings, consumers, are we going to be okay with the context we've used, this entertainment? Are we going to be okay when our actors are not even real anymore? Our photos, our videos were not taken in a real spot on the earth. They're just resembling parts of our earth, but it's really not it anymore. Are we as consumers going to be okay that all that stuff is generated, fabricated, computerized? All of
Personally, I mean, I think I'm 40, so I'm a millennial. I think the younger generation would be okay because they have no choice.
That's true. They don't know what the real world is like.
So as somebody who is actually working in this field, are you bothered by this and where it's going?
No, I just collect my paycheck.
Wow.
That's why the world is the way it is. This is why this world is the way it is. I can't blame you.
Yeah.
And how far do you see this going?
We'll go 50 years. We'll be able to answer the questions
What do you mean answer the questions?
that we don't know.
Like all?
Outer space, we'll be able to travel within the galaxy. It's called artificial superintelligence, where that particular entity would be able to design vehicles that could go anywhere within the galaxy, or maybe further.
Can't even fix the microwave. It still sucks. I can't even put a spoon in there without it exploding. What are we going to other galaxies?
I know.
There's
Like
some
we still
inventions that they
haven't.
could fix a little bit first.
Yeah, like we still haven't solved the problem of cellulite. Like that's always boggled me. How do we not know how to solve this?
Put foil in my microwave and the house explodes. Like I can.
It's beyond my pay grade. I don't know. Up to them.
You're one of those guys.
That's a billionaire.
Thanks, brother.
Dude,
Okay,
thank
Yeah,
you.
It's talking about traveling to Pluto for lunch. I mean, some shit around my house I can't even get done. Like, technology's decided to give up on it.
It was so ironic because when you put the phone down, it sounded like one of those like old school landline phones.
Well, you know what's ironic or odd is like the guy works in AI and he sounds so not human anymore. He has like if you're a dog trainer and you walk around, you're just barking at people already. Buddy, just because you're so around it. So, what do you think this is going? It's going to answer the questions.
What questions? What?
What questions? Sounds got a legit like human question for the guy. He's like, so where do you see this in 50 years? In 50 years, it's gonna be able to answer the question, bro.
Oh.
dude hangs out with computers too much. Wait, are we done here or what? One last call. We gonna do one more?
We can do one last.
Good morning.
Interesting. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
This is G.
Hi, G.
Hey. So a few weeks back, I read something about Japanese adult film moving into AI-generated videos.
Whoa. Slow down. I'm writing it down. Go ahead.
Wait, is this happening already?
Okay, I think we're all familiar with yung Japanese porn, right? So right now, they're transitioning into virtual AI videos.
But I mean,
And-
like, okay,
Go ahead.
continue, please. Yeah.
So I asked my friend who lives in Japan, and sabi niya is medyo hit nga daw doon. So imagine the combination of virtual AI and then Apple Lens ba yun? Yung bago ngayon ng Apple yung sa nila, yung virtual nila. And then you
Apple
could
Vision Pro,
customize your video. Kunyari gusto mo ikaw kasama mo si Pia, si Ivana and other doing it, di ba? Would be cool.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. What are the what's the round trip ticket to Japan these days?
If you're gonna book it,
those
about
blossoms.
5 months ahead of time.
Wait, Right. I'm
blossom.
surprised that this is not a thing yet. This is not a thing yet. This is not available.
Ang sabi kasi nung friend ko, medyo hit na nga raw doon.
So it's happening na there. Meron na yan.
Yeah, but you can't get words back or Ivana Alawi or any of that stuff because obviously you can't just use, their image. But yeah, I mean, I could see where, like, why wouldn't that be a thing already? You can get people, not real people, and then have them in a porn film. I think.
Imagine if you could customize it, right?
What's that?
Imagine if you could customize your video or your porn based on your likeness.
Yeah.
This is my favorite call this morning.
This is what I mean. Okay, all right.
Good to hear from you guys. I'm happy you're back during the morning. Thank you, guys. Thank you, RX.
Cool. Yeah, have a good day. Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you. Bye.
Are they still around?
They are. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know if they were around either. Yeah, I mean, sure. It's more like if your favorite celeb who you know are human beings, if they start right now, we're talking about like right now, if they start selling their likeness to a kind of porn site, because then you don't have to do the porn. Like that'd be kind of cool, right? It'd be like, what if like you could be a porn star without actually having to do the porn?
Right, but then you're living in people's minds as a porn star.
I know, but your parents would probably be more okay with it. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, if the choice was between those two things, then of course, yes.
Yeah. Like, hindi ko yan, mami. Mukha ko lang yan. Computer yan. Hindi ako. Okay. You're fine now.
Oh my gosh. See the possibilities. And we're already moving into that space.
Yeah. Gotta move to Japan. That space called Japan.
Was not my point, but okay.
Are we shocked it was them too, right? I mean,
this has been a recurring theme on the show, by the way.
always find ourselves back to the first conversation that Filipinos are not Asians. We will take a break. Well, no, we probably should. Are we saying goodbye here? We should. It's already 4:52.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Tomorrow, I believe 17 are going to be together. I will not be here on the show tomorrow. And yes, Yuta song, please. We will, at least Sam and I will be back together definitely on Wednesday and Thursday. So do check out her out tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. Have a great day. Have a good week. Thanks for hanging out with us on the start of your week.
Bye.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
Let's play.